I can't stall them. Delay their discovery of this unfortunate predicament. He handed the receiver to Gus. Ensign Whiffle, over and out. Get your hands off the officers, you. Back at the diplomatic dinner, Commodore Buffington and Sultan Alistair, all Marine, were still enjoying the exotic smoking pipe, though the Sultan's eyes were still somewhat watery. Oi, you're doing fine, Captain. Just fine, Buffington purred, watching the Sultan's still watering eyes, pleased with the efficacy of his dubious diplomacy. Yes. How do you like it so far? It is certainly potent. A very robust blend, Your Highness. The Sultan coughed, a racking sound, but forced a polite smile. I'm enjoying it immensely. Commodore, I wouldn't want you to miss that on your boat trip. It is my pleasure to make this sacrifice for you. I can always take my ride after dinner, if you are amenable. Buffington's eyes lit up. This was even better. Kelso would be caught trying to sneak the boat back for the Sultan. His lies exposed. Oh, that's a wonderful idea, Your Highness. Yes, let's make it after dinner, and then you can have just that much more time steering the boat. Let's eat early. We can eat right now, Your Highness. I'll get your daughters. Agree. I have daughters, Commodore, the Sultan said, genuinely confused, having forgotten their very existence in his smoke-induced stupor and the pipe's intoxicating effects. It's a little too early for dinner, isn't it, Father? One of the princesses, also slightly affected by the pipe's fumes, asked, her voice a little dreamy. Early, sir. Let's eat, Buffington insisted, trying to hurry things along. I'll go and get the princesses myself. My honor guard is awaiting my orders. They're ready to march, sir, to retrieve the royal children. Oh, well, why don't I go, Captain? Kelso, who had mysteriously returned, offered, seizing the opportunity to get to the princesses before Buffington could further botch things. I'll get the princesses, and then I'll get them. Okay, I'll get them. They're royal princesses. They deserve the best. That's protocol. So Kelso raced towards the royal quarters, bursting in unannounced, his face a mask of urgency. Princesses, sultanas, your honors, your sister sent me, he blurted out to the two remaining princesses who were primping in their lavish chambers, adjusting their silken veils and applying exotic perfumes. Thank you very much, one of them replied, looking confused, wondering why an American naval officer was suddenly invading their private chambers. I'm sorry, Kelso said, realizing his blunder, and quickly attempting to regain his composure. Well, partners, a most impersonal intrusion by this most miserable person, your humble servant, Commander What I'm trying to say, isn't it? I'm sorry to report that your sister Syria is in an assiduous seriation. Something has happened to Syria. The princesses gasped, their hands flying to their mouths. Please, you know what the Sultan said? No hands, they cried, referring to the earlier warning about their dignity. Forget me, our princesses, Kelso pressed, desperation in his voice. Tell us what you think. Tell us, please, what has happened to our sister? Well, she's not going to be here in time for dinner, Kelso admitted, rubbing his head. The truth, a bitter pill. The NG's conked out, a complete, mechanical failure. I assure you, a most unfortunate nautical mishap. Oh no! The princesses wailed in unison. Father will be furious. Truly, catastrophically furious. He will be incandescent with rage, like a chicken that has lost its favorite rooster. Just then, Commodore Buffington, agitated and red-faced from the pipe and the unexpected delay, appeared at their door, completely unaware of the developing drama. Your Highness says it's Commodore Buffington. No, I'm here with your honor guard. It's time for dinner. Princesses, the Sultan awaits. Sorry, Captain, one princess replied, quickly pulling Kelso out of sight behind a large, silken curtain. But we are still dressing. Yes, please come back later. We require more time for royal adornments and cosmetic preparations. Sir. Buffington, ever persistent, huffed. Well, if you don't mind, I'll just wait here. It's a matter of diplomatic urgency, and I refuse to be made a fool of again. Kelso whispered frantically to the princesses from behind the curtain. What can we do? If only the two of us come to dinner, Syria will be in terrible trouble. Her father will truly be incandescent with rage, and I will be strung up from the young. One of the princesses snapped her fingers, her eyes gleaming with sudden inspiration. I got an idea. Kelso raised an eyebrow, Skeptical. What the better use yours? Mine never worked, and mine tend to involve large-scale destruction. Well, what is your idea, Commander? The princess pressed, looking at Kelcel for approval. Okay, please. Greetings, Your Highness. Kelcel then boomed, affecting a formal, almost theatrical voice, stepping out from behind the curtain with the two princesses. He bowed with a flourish as Boffington, surprised, entered. This is a distinct pleasure to be able to escort you ladies to the esteemed dinner. All right, please. All right. Careful, my dear. I mean, Your Highness. Incidentally, I'm Commander Quentin Kelcel, the man whose cunning and charm knows no bounds. To Boffington's utter horror, Kelcel was escorting 3 princesses, one of whom was clearly Willie the Whale Wiggins in a hastily applied veil and borrowed silken robes. Boffington stared, aghast, as Kelcel presented his hastily assembled royal party. Willie the Whale Wiggins, doing his best to mimic a demure princess, was swaying awkwardly. Centric. What is keeping my daughters, Commander? The Sultan demanded, having arrived behind Boffington, growing increasingly impatient. I hope there is nothing wrong. They are usually so punctual and so exquisitely graceful. Oh, I'm sure there isn't, sir, Kelcel replied smoothly, not missing a beat. But if you'll excuse me, perhaps I'd better go see. Excuse me, sir. Oh, Captain, I see. He attempted to slip away, eager to prevent Boffington from scrutinizing his hastily assembled royal party too closely, particularly Willie. Boffington, however, grabbed Kelcel, preventing his escape, his face a mask of confused suspicion. Just let me explain. Kelcel, there's something amiss here, something decidedly Just then, Sultan Alistair Almarine beamed, seemingly unfazed by Kelcel's odd appearance or the suspicious bulk of one of his daughters. One side, my dear, he said to Boffington. On your feet, gentlemen. The princesses, gentlemen. The United States Navy has made every arrangement for our comfort. Now it is my turn to make an arrangement for your delight. My daughters will dance for you. Gentlemen, a display of Mariani culture and beauty. Kelcel, utterly horrified, frantically interjected, his voice strained. But that won't be necessary, sir. You don't have to pay us back. We were glad to help. A truly altruistic naval rescue, Your Highness. The Sultan's face darkened, a dangerous glint entering his eyes. You do not wish to see my daughters dance, Commander. Is their performance beneath the dignity of your American officers? Do you find them wanting? Boffington, seeing Kelcel squirm, jumped in, his usual malice overriding any sense of diplomatic propriety. Well, do you think they ought to dance on our nifty stomach, Kelcel? Don't pay any attention to him, Your Highness. He has these spells every now and then. You see a touch of battle fatigue that makes him question all things good and pure. I, for one, would love to see your daughters dance. Am I right, gentlemen?
Yes.
Sir, let the revelry commence. A display of true Mariani artistry. A smattering of nervous agreements and reluctant nods followed from the assembled naval officers. You do me great honor, Captain. The Sultan beamed, accepting the apparent enthusiasm. Kelcel muttered to Boffington under his breath. Believe me, Captain, you better serve dinner first. This is going to be a disaster of epic proportions. Shut up, Kelcel. Boffington hissed back, elbowing him sharply. This is going to be a rare treat, sir, and I can hardly wait to see this. It will utterly embarrass Kelcel. Neither can I, Kelcel replied, desperately trying to signal his crew princess, Willie, to remain perfectly still and unwilly-like. And try some of these, sir. They're delicious. A true delicacy, Admiral. He offered a plate of hors d'oeuvres to Nor. The music started, and the 2 genuine princesses began a graceful, intricate dance, their movements fluid and mesmerizing. The 3rd princess, however, Willie the Whale Wiggins, stumbled awkwardly, his bulk not conducive to delicate pirouettes, revealing a decidedly unprincess-like swagger and a thick, hairy ankle beneath his silk wrap, his shoes decidedly too large. Oh, they're lovely dancers, lovely, Boffington gushed, momentarily blinded by the sheer spectacle, failing to notice Willie's colossal size and clumsy movements. You are most kind, Captain, the Sultan replied, beaming with pride, utterly oblivious. Kelcel, however, could only watch in horror as his crew princess wobbled precariously, threatening to bring down the entire performance and potentially